Hey guys, it's Michael. Welcome back to Faro Iron and Customs. As you can see, I'm still wearing my work clothes and I got filthy today. I just got home. I'd intended on working pretty hard this afternoon, but it's already getting kind of late, so I'm going to do a little bit and get at it in the morning as quick as I can. A couple of things I wanted to talk about, and I've been thinking about this week. First one, and I think the camera's about to die again. It hasn't been plugged in. First one is doing what they would call channeling on a hot rod, is dropping the floor down around a chassis. It's one of the big three, and you can see it's only about an inch. The bottom of the car is only about an inch higher than the chassis, and the channeling is one of the big three hot rod customizing things. One is channeling, one is sectioning, which is where you actually take a specific amount out of the body, and the other is chopping the top. And if you're watching this channel, you probably know what a chop top is. My Volkswagen has been chopped and sectioned, and it's on a custom frame, so technically channeled as well. So is it worth channeling, dropping this car an extra inch so the rocker panels will lay on the ground when the frame does? Maybe. I don't know, I have to think about it. But the thing I'm thinking about is how much am I going to have to move these fenders up, inner fender wells up, to clear, and how much tire can I get in there. Now, it doesn't quite, it's a little higher than the drum, and I don't know if I can do this with one hand. So it says that I can get a 26-inch tire in there. It's like a 205 75 is 26 and some change, and by the time you figure out the bottom of the tire flattening out, then it will be right at 26 probably. So, and the reason why I'm addressing this is because I have this thought in my mind where I want to go ahead and get this piece, bottom of this fender, welded in completely and be done with it. But it won't make any sense to spot weld all these places right here because they'll have to be taken back loose. So anyway, that's what I'm going to get into tomorrow. And like I said, I'm going to leave a link in the description for the Volkswagen video if you're new here and you haven't seen it. I'm going to be back working on it hopefully sometime later in the year. Depends on how I progress on this. So anyway, I'll see y'all tomorrow. Alright guys, I finally got back out here. I was getting kind of a late start this morning. I carried a load of scrap off and whatnot. So I've got this put back in place. I actually drilled out one of my bolt holes, but I had two and it's lined up. So I'm just using this pair of long grip pliers to, kind of hold everything in place. Actually, I'm going to tighten up on that again. I'm going to get this part welded in. I'm not going to weld any of these welds along here. I'm not welding to this bracket, and I'm not welding to the bottom here because, like I said, I'm pretty sure, a matter of fact, I am 100% certain that this fender is coming out to be extended up because it'll only clear 26 inches, and I want to make sure that there's enough clearance in this frame, in the fender well, for at least 205 75. So let me get this done and I'll come back. Okay, I got this tacked into place. I'm gonna leave these 2 screws. This one is attached to this mount around in here, and that one is attached to the inner, well, actually, it's attached to the section that the inner rocker panels welded to. Actually, I've still got a tack weld there I need to do. Did I have something else? No, that was it, I think. And what I'm going to do, I've made a decision. I thought this was right, and the fender doesn't quite come all the way underneath the inner rocker panel. And what I'm going to do, I think, I'm going to do a couple measurements, but what I think I'm going to do is actually pie cut that piece right there. Like I said, I didn't have, no, let's not argue about this. Hang on a minute, let me grab, I'll be right back. Okay, I don't know if those numbers are showing up, but it's showing 88.8 degrees, so we're like 1.5 degrees. I'm just gonna pie cut this and roll that just a little bit, and then weld the pie cut back up and get that to 90, and hopefully that'll make the fender line up with the lower inner rocker panel a little better. Alright guys, I got a bunch of screws, got this panel fitted up pretty good, got a bunch of screws holding it in place. Still gonna need to put a little pressure on it when I make the tacks. And back here, I'm not able to put any screws back here because I would be screwing into the inner fender well. So I'm gonna have to come up with a different solution to keep this tight. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get all these spot welds done, and then I'm gonna start welding up this seam. I need to clean this primer out. I meant to do that, but I shot a little bit of primer on the inside so it would have a little bit of something so it wouldn't be bare paint. I kind of wish I'd have done the cutting butt on this, but this is such a long panel. I wanted to keep that extra rib in there for strength, because I know that controlling heat is a problem for me personally. I mean, I need more practice at doing it, and I don't want to mess this up, you know, just due to my lack of experience. So I'm gonna get this done and work on doing the cut and butt on the front and the door jamb, and hopefully today we'll have this panel welded back in. And like I said, I'm not attaching the inner fender well at all because it's got to come back out. So like I said, it will be counterproductive to attach it. I am gonna probably once I get it lined up, I'm gonna shoot some screws in it, you know, just to keep the strength in the side of the car. But I'll come back in a little bit when I get some more done. Alright guys, I'm getting there slowly but surely. It's started to pull in just a little bit right there, like shrink and pull in. So and I'm not getting it really hot. As a matter of fact, I could go down this panel and by the time I got back to this end it'd be cool. So, and I have actually worked more on this end than that end. So like I said, just gonna take my time and try to get this done this afternoon. I pretty much got this door jamb filled in and ready to grind down. I'm working on it pretty hard. It can take a little more heat than out here can. So, and I'm working on getting this seam done, and here in a little bit I'll probably start grinding on that, weld a little bit, grind, and try to get the grinding knocked out. So like I said, it is gonna be low. It's probably gonna take a bit of filler about 3 inches wide to cover that seam up, but you know, you live and learn. And like I said, this is gonna be a daily driver, so let's get her done. Alright guys, that's probably gonna be it for Sunday's video. It's getting kind of late over in the afternoon. When I started welding it, it started pulling, and it was not getting hot. I mean, the panel was fairly cool to the touch. So I pretty much got this welded in, got the rocker welded in. I need to do some more welding under the bottom. I need to get some more sandpaper for my air sander, and I'll try to get this welded up tomorrow. I'm probably going to run out of welding gas, so it's taking a tank of gas to do one side of the car. So anyway, like I said, that's going to be it for today. What have I got on my face? Anyway, tomorrow I've talked to a friend of mine, the club founder of Backyard Creations. We're talking about going out to the salvage yard. Thinking that I'm going to do away with the brake and clutch system that's on this car. I mean, I know I got to have a hydraulic clutch for the transmission I want to run, and I want to use I'm thinking about getting the clutch and brake pedal assembly out of like a square body F-150 89 90 around in that area. So we're gonna go out there and look at that. I'm gonna look at some options for what I can use for a brake booster. I'm kind of still kicking around doing Hydro Boost, but actually having it under the hood, which would work great, because they said the problem is trying to get your booster to line up with the fresh air duct, because you know, if you had a booster in here, it would be right here. The Hydro Boost would be able to sit, you know, kind of parallel to this. And the reason why I want to run an F-150 clutch, or the clutch pedal and brake pedal, is because the clutch actually, it will, you know, it's on the left side, but it's actually got a shaft that runs through the brake pedal shaft, and the clutch comes out this side. So that would put the clutch over here, and I may have to relocate the oil filter housing on the flathead for that, but you know, we're modifying. So I'm gonna get that done and hopefully get out here tomorrow and finish getting this welded in. It's taken me probably 3 or 4 hours to weld as much in as I have. So and then I'm trying to dolly out. I've tried to start dollying out this dent in the front, and it's come out a little bit, so I'm gonna work on it as much as I can so I can keep the amount of Bondo and tiger hair in it to a minimum. Anyway, like and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you on Wednesday.